mother and my father in the same month, Ronnie. Same month. 12 brothers and sisters. I was the youngest one, but they were all looking up to me. Now, I wasn't ready yet either, but they needed me. Your team needs you tonight. You're the colonel. You're going to command your troops tonight. You understand? Yes, Twins right, 48-0 read. Let's go.
First time on air. Anything to say to Luan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Luan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
That's not even close.
Man, I'm a dumbass.
I'm clipping that.
Georgia's second.
Hey, Georgia also had Herschel Walker.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This man
does graphics.
Rip, so smart.
Episode 242. Me and Devontae in the pub. Fitz is going to join us a little bit later. It's going to be a good one. First off, I got to talk about my boy. Pete Rose is now eligible for the Hall of Fame along with Shoeless Joe. Basically, commissioner comes out and says, lifetime ban. Once they died, they served their ban. Then come back in.
Who's the other guy beside Pete Rose?
Shoeless Joe.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, obviously he's been dead for a long time. Pete Rose died in spring. Last spring. Like, I'm glad that he's eligible. I don't know if he'll get in because the baseball writers, they do all that. I hope he does. He's the all-time hit leader. Like, he's Cincinnati's own. He's been preaching it. All of Cincinnati's been preaching it. I feel like most people in baseball have been preaching it, that he deserves to be in. Same with Shoeless Joe. And I get it. But, like, it sucks because he's dead. Like, I guess his family can enjoy it. Fans can.
Shoot, that's a better question.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's some relatives.
Shoeless Joe, like, it's odd that they're just now doing this because I swear I remember them, like, we had to do, like, North Carolina state testing with stories about Shoeless Joe. So, like, if he's good enough to be put in a state mandated test, how is this, like, just now happening? We've been out of elementary school for, like, 25 plus years.
That's a great call. I guess the loophole that the commissioner has closed is lifetime of who? Of the athlete or of the MLB itself. And I guess they've come out and said the lifetime of the athlete now, which I'm glad for the families. I'm glad for their legacy. It just sucks that, like, you've got people who have done much worse in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, and everybody's Hall of Fame, to be honest.
Yeah. And, like, how much, like, I think we've talked about this before, how much of baseball and NFL and all these revenues come from betting organizations and, like, ad shares.
Do they, like, is there some sort of financial gain from this or what?
That's a good call. I mean, I guess, like, I'm looking at, like, my Pete Rose signed helmet here. Like, now that if he gets in the Hall of Fame, like, I'm sure that brings a little extra something to, like, memorabilia stuff. I don't know.
I feel like it was worth more, like, when you couldn't even find, like, a Pete Rose throwback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, now the streets are going to be flooded.
That's true. Hey, shout out DH Gate. No free shout outs, but $15 for this thing, man. I was pumped. Yeah, it's just crazy. But that's how we start the show. We get lots of it. We got NBA playoff talk, NHL playoff talk. I do want to talk a little WNBA with you. You're my WNBA guy.
Yeah. So
I've been out of it, Devontae.
Yeah, I'm slowly coming back to it. Like, it's they kind of do the women wrong just because, like, WNBA season pretty much started maybe last week, if not the week before. And what is that during? That's during the NBA playoffs. And even though the teams in the playoffs seem kind of weird, it has been kind of worth watching, like, at least on the Minnesota end. And then we got the Knicks with a resurgence. And then we have the Pacers with a resurgence. So people are, like, tuning into that more. But this is also a resurgence to the WNBA. The rookies have been doing fairly well. I just saw, I think there's been a clip going around of Paige Buckets doing Paige Buckets thing already. off the rip, so that's cool to see.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but there's been some people or some women that have been drafted this year who've already been waived, who have been cut. And like, yeah, they're not like Paige Bucker's like one of one or like even the top 5, but I think like the 14th pick overall, I think she was waived. And like some other like where you think we coming from a sports background, you're like, hey, if you're a first rounder, second rounder, which I know there's only 2 rounds, you got drafted, you feel like you've got a shot at really making this team, like at least starting like all through preseason, you get a chance here. WNBA, I think it's so cutthroat. The benches are so small. The amount of teams are so small. These draft picks, unless you're like the first 5, it really doesn't matter. Like you're clawing and just hoping for one spot to open up.
There was one player, I think her name was Harmony from Harvard. So she was like the first player to get drafted from Harvard. And she actually made a TikTok of her like coming back to school to finish because she had been waived. I'm like, damn. So they basically draft these people for storylines and then send them back packing. Just actually, I was just looking at the scores. I'm not sure if they're fully into the season just yet. I see like the Toyota Antelopes. I don't know what's Toyota Antelopes. Apparently, the New York Liberty played that team, the Antelopes, and Sabrina Ionescu was able to come back to our home court in Oregon, and I think she dropped like 25. So I think all this, I'm not gonna lie, whoever's in charge of WNBA marketing is on point because it's just crazy. Not crazy, but like stuff you wouldn't think to do, like having Sabrina Ionescu play as a pro on the college court. She made it. I got a Sabrina Ionescu jersey for whatever reason. I don't know why, but like it was cold. The jersey was cold. She was cold at the time, but it's just like thinking back on, I'm like, I really bought this lady's jersey without like knowing that much about her. So, she really made a difference. So I'm actually kind of excited to see the season, how the rookies can continue to shake the game up a little bit. And like there was a lot of movement between teams. Like I think what's her last name? Jewel, who used to play for Seattle, she is with the Vegas Aces. I think she's gonna be a big piece for them. Who else moved? I think Skylar Diggins dropped the Smith off her last name, so she's Skylar Diggins now. So she might go back to her rare form or something. So we'll see what happens.
They get a divorce or what?
See, I don't know. They asked her at the I'm pretty sure they asked her on the podium, and she gave like a loose answer, so she didn't really say yes or no. So we don't really know what's going on with that.
That's what I saw too, dude. It's wild. To go back to what you said, I need to get my boy Jeff on. He does a lot of G League stuff, social media, but like WNBA, the marketing has been crazy to get these girls back in like their college campus, or I guess women. They're not girls, women. I think that's like phenomenal. Like we talked about Caitlin Clark come back to Iowa and selling it out. And then I think Angel Reese, they got her and the Chicago Sky back in LSU. To that, like I think that does so much for the game. Obviously, ticket sales, and it's like a preseason game that no one really gives a shit about. Well, wait, this alumni, this legacy player, this GOAT is coming back. Like, let's go watch her. Hats off to that marketing team, like you said. I think that's pretty dope.
They because Caitlin played Brazil, right? Or like the Brazil. I don't know.
Yeah, she played the Brazil team.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
It's dope.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Toyota Antelopes. Okay, so it's still preseason, so we're not regular
right
now. It's just like preseason match. So really, this is probably the key time. Look who just walked in. Nobody called you. Crash just walked in. This is probably the key time to get tuned into the rookies and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a good call. Like you said, it's a bad time for WNBA overall. Like we got playoffs and stuff, but if you can get into it, it'd be good. Maybe this is the year I get into it. All right, saw this. Got to get your take on it. You have a 10-hour flight.
Ooh.
What number are you sitting at? For the viewers at home, even though Devontae's a large man. He's tall. How tall are you? 6'4"?
6'4", 250.
250.
All right, so you got
middle seat's gonna be tough for you, brother.
Dejanay, Liz Cambridge. I'm not sitting by her. Um, 7. I'm sitting in seat 7 beside Sid Colson. Sid Colson is hilarious, and Camila Cardoso is hilarious. And instead of, oh yeah, I'm in the exit row. Yeah, well, I think I'm in the outside, so I'll be cool there.
That's a solid pick, Devontae.
Yeah, and
Fitz
Peyton
just joined us.
right behind me.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
My bad. I was out walking, having a deep theological conversation, and completely forgot it was Tuesday.
Hey, it's all right, preacher man.
Yeah,
It's all right. The Lord calls.
Preaching.
7. I like that pick. That's what I was thinking too, because Cordoza, like the snippets I've seen of her, she's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I have an aisle seat, like I can get in now. I like it. Also 2. I feel like 2 might be a good spot. You could maybe get Paige Beckers. You could be like, hey, let's talk a little bit. Like, let me get some insight into your game.
Liz Cambridge is huge, so that's a tall lady.
I'm sitting in 6.
6.
And I'm
right next
ignoring.
to Paige.
Yeah, I'm ignoring that girl on the window seat, and I'm just talking to Paige, and I'm gonna try to wife her up.
There you go, Fitz. As a single man, there you go.
Yeah.
I like.
She lives in Minnesota. She's from Minnesota.
Fee, I think. The Fee's color.
That I think that is right, Devontae. I think
Yeah.
that is right.
Big Fee.
8 wouldn't be bad because you get a window seat,
Mm-hmm.
but like she is so tall.
Yeah. Why would they put her in the middle?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then is that Rakia? Rakia's kind of tall.
Rakia's tall. Plus, you're by the bathroom.
Come to think about it, kind of taller in WNBA sense is like I think Camila Cardoso is only like 2 inches taller than me. Cameron is maybe like my height. So like all of them are probably my height. Liz Cambridge is definitely taller than me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, but like if I saw myself sitting next to like my seat that I'm sitting in the airport, I'm like, fuck this guy. If I'm sitting next to you, Devontae, I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of length.
It's length, yeah. Because I've got to respect your space. Like I've got to get you your space here. Because I hate when little bitches don't give me my space.
I said I think the past 2 times. Well, no, the last time I rode in the flight, we were sitting in the exit row, and I'm trying to remember. I wasn't in the middle seat. I was in the seat. Was I in the seat? Yeah, I was in the seat close to the door, and I told them people like, yeah, I'd be willing to help in an emergency. And I'm in it to an extent, but like, yeah. But I'm gonna be honest, exit row seats, like, I mean, they're straight, but it's just like me sitting in the car, low key. Like,
yeah.
I can't pull the seat back anymore, so like, I just made whatever happen.
I'm with you on that, dude. I don't want to tangent because we have a lot to talk about, but I was coming back from Cincinnati, and there was no joke, a guy, 140 pounds soaking wet, maybe 5'5". That joker just want to throw bows out, get double arm, and I'm in the middle. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. Like,
chill.
Give me the arm. Give me a little something on the armrest here. Give me something.
Yeah. You got big arms. You should have just like put your arm on top of his for real.
I know. If it's not sports though, I'm a really nice guy. Like I just stay in my bubble. All right. Fitz, the only thing you missed, we talked about Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe, potentially getting back in the Hall of Fame. They're off the ban list, so they could join the Hall of Fame.
Why is that? Because they're dead?
Yeah, so that's been, I guess that was the loophole, is that the commissioner is closed, is now that they've died, they've served their band.
Jesus.
You can get away with everything through death for real.
Yeah, that's true. Taxes.
I say leave him. Can't put him in now.
Yeah, you say leave him out? How dare you? You watch your mouth.
I don't know. I think you had your chance to rectify it and you didn't. So
I agree. So they need to put him in twice now.
Yeah.
Double put him.
I don't know. You have to eat it. They made their decision.
As a Cincinnati fan, that's hard for me.
That is a good insult to injury, low key, because like
I don't agree. I think they should have been in. Just with how I've talked about this, how our gambling culture is just bullshit anyway.
Right.
But if they're going to make that decision, you can't have that. Like, that's just a guilty conscience is what that is. They're like, oh, well, I feel bad now.
Yeah.
It's like
brought up, like, it's probably good for the family. But I can't imagine, like, if Pete Rose is my grandpa and I'm not vindictive, but I am petty.
Mhm.
So it's just
Mhm.
like, with the family like to say words, I would definitely get up there and say something crazy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like chat GPT to like maybe professionalize it. If I don't like it enough, I'll just
Nah, you don't need chat GPT.
Yeah.
You just speak from
you
the
just
heart.
say what you feel. But like I feel like this like playing in the family's face, like, oh, your
Your
dad,
grandpappy dad.
uncle was such a hero, but like we look down upon gambling, even though like this event is sponsored by FanDuel. Like
Yeah.
everything about it, bro.
Mhm.
I think I'd be petty. Like, shout out to FanDuel. With all due respect, go fuck yourself, MLB.
Yeah.
And that just cut the mics off there. But
Poppy,
I as a Cincinnati guy, I hope he gets in. As an avid gambler, hope he gets in. You got worse people in the Hall of Fame than what
Papa would have
Pete
loved
Joe did.
this.
That's right. All right. Let's talk NBA before we get to the playoffs, which they're good, they're great, they're juicy, except you're a Celtics fan like me. Let's talk the lottery. And Devontae, I've got to give you your flowers. All due respect, you called this.
I wish that we could have clipped like the exact episode, because when
I
that
know.
came out, like I saw it in the group messages and stuff. I'm like, bro, they're playing with me. No way this actually happened.
If
And
I didn't have an almost 2-year-old right now,
it
and I
happened.
had the time, I would clip it because you called it. Like I was scratching my head like, this trade makes no sense. Why send Luka? This is stupid. This is dumb. Devontae calmly says, "Hey, I think they're getting their one pick. There's something fishy about this."
For an aging superstar that can't stay healthy, that pretty much plays that 4 spot, because I think the Mavs are pretty deep at 5 because they're still Derek Lively's still there. PJ Washington's still there, but like there's another center that they drafted or whatever. So, and then I remember people were talking about like, oh, maybe that's what it was. The initial mocks had the Wizards at number 1. I'm like, no, bro, that's not happening at all. Probably shouldn't have gotten Star when we did, and they weren't gonna let the Spurs get it because that's like, oh, that's too obvious. You know what I'm saying? Because they just got Wemby, they can't have it all.
Damn, the Spurs got the second pick. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And like, so yeah, let's talk about it. Mavericks get 1, Spurs get 2, Sixers get 3, Hornets get 4, Utah Jazz 5, Wizards 6, Pelicans 7. A lot of people, the conspiracy theory is like, yeah, this has been rigged. Obviously, with the Mavs, maybe sold their soul to the devil, whatever it might be. They knew they were going to get their one pick. It is. But a lot of people also say this is to stop tanking, because the Mavs not necessarily tanked. They still almost got in the playoffs at the end. But like, you have a team like the Sixers, the Hornets, the Jazz that kind of tanked at the bottom, and they're picking 4 and 5 now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is kind of a conspiracy theory to stop tanking, is what people are saying. Adam Silver hates it.
Because, the Spurs got 2 first rounders.
But they picked the lottery balls, right?
This is envelope,
so to speak. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we don't have the live ping pong balls anymore.
I don't think so. I think it's like envelopes. Let me check.
Because I feel like they still do the ping pong ball thing.
Maybe. And if they do, I mean, you could still be fishy with it. I feel like so. Yeah, you're right. They do ping pong balls. And so, like, how many number 7s do you have in there? You know, or how many number 1s?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
And like today's technology, how easy to put like you weigh ping pong ball a little bit more or less than the other ones. I don't know. So I'm going to think about playoffs. Let's talk about them. The big news is today, Jason Tatum, a ruptured Achilles. I think anybody who watched the game last night, you saw him take that step back, go for the ball, and he immediately pulled up. At least for me, gut reaction was Achilles. Everything I saw on Twitter or X, Achilles, like it confirmed everything today that he had successful surgery. He'll be back.
Damn, that's quick.
Next season, maybe. He's probably missing all next season too. Doesn't help Celtics now go down 3-1. They blew that lead.
Yeah. It's over.
I think it is over. Like I was beating my drum all year long, Celtics to run it back, go 2 in a row. Even last week, I said, "Hey, I'm not worried. We're down 2-0-2.
Yep.
We'll bounce back. This is the darkness we needed. We're fine." Now I think we're dead. Even if we muster the strength and the courage to like, hey, this is for Jason. Let's go get it. We're fucked against the Pacers next round. So I think Celtics are done.
You don't think Jaylen Brown can pull him out the depths?
I think Jaylen Brown can make it to at least game 6. I think we'll win in the TD Garden. We'll go back to New York. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it, because even like the past few games, like, you know, when he was healthy, I don't know what it was that caused them to fall late in the games. Like, I'm pretty sure the Celtics they're like one of the most vet heavy teams. So some of the things that were happening in that second half, I'm like, bro, what's the point of having vets if stuff like this is happening, you know?
Yeah. It's been mind-numbing to me. I'm like, we're up by 25, we're up by 20, we're up by 23. Like, I'm good. I don't need to watch the game, babe. Let's watch How I Met Your Mother for the 5th time. Whatever. It doesn't matter. And now you look on your live app, you're like, what the fuck? Now we're up by 5, and like now we're losing by 5. It's, I don't know, frustrating. Something's up. You two picked the Knicks. I picked the Celtics. I think you got a point up there. Me, I was 4-0. You guys were 3-1. So we're looking like a tied game just with that right there. If Knicks closes out tomorrow night, the Pacers, Cavs, they're playing right now. It looks like Pacers might close them out tonight. They're up 3-1 right now. They're up by 5 points, 96-91 in the 4th. I picked the Pacers. Devontae picked the Cavs. You picked the Pacers.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Any other East news you guys want to talk about? Anything else? Any headlines or anything?
Who did I pick in the Knicks Celtics?
You picked the Knicks.
Damn, that surprises me.
Did I pick the Celtics?
No, you picked the Knicks.
Okay.
I was the only one that picked the Celtics. So
yeah, maybe that's why I did it.
Yeah.
I was trying to get one back.
Maybe.
Because I remember you said something about picking the Pacers because we picked the Cavs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. They're fighting, though. In the last 7 minutes of the game, they're fighting. I don't know. I will say the Eastern semifinals have been pretty unexpected. Like,
yeah,
Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Halliburton's dad getting the boot from the rest of the playoffs was probably like, oh, I'm gonna really show him now, because like, even though everybody was calling me trash, which he was definitely trash during the regular season. It was one of those things where, like, and I feel like this is a thing where the closer a superstar gets to the playoffs, that's when they want to play like how they're paid. And it's not. I don't think it's not. It's not just basketball. I think it happens in football too. I feel like oh, they've been bad all season, but like, oh no, it's a flash in the pan game followed by a flash in the pan game, because in this game going on right now, Tyrese Halliburton shot like 4 threes in a row, and that ugly ass jumper has been hitting for the past few games.
Yeah. Fitz, thoughts from you real quick.
I got nothing. I just want to talk about the West.
All right. Let's talk about the West. I'm going to keep Jason Tatum up there just so he's in tease to the boy. Thunder Nuggets tied 2-2. It's been a great series. Timberwolves Warriors up 3-1. To me, it's expected. Like, the Warriors have been, they're old, they're decrepit.
They're just hurt.
They're hurt, right? They're not the same Warriors that 5-10 years ago. Timberwolves are just, I think Fitz, you said it best. They're the most dangerous 6 seed you could put them at.
Mm-hmm.
The 1 versus 4 has been great. They've been lights out, 6 and 7.
That's a battle.
Yeah.
That's going to 7. It feels like.
Yeah, I agree with you. I 100%. They play tonight to figure out who gets the advantage there. I bet the Nuggets. I think home field, home court. I feel like they go up 3-2, but then I think Thunder gets it right back. So
Yeah, which really shapes up a very unique conference finals, like on both sides. Like assuming the Pacers and the Knicks, and then the winner of Thunder Nuggets, T Wolves. Really, the only team that's been there would be, I guess, the Nuggets won, but then the T Wolves were in it last year. The Pacers were in the conference finals last year.
yeah.
Well, shoot, I've been thinking about the Timberwolves Warriors matchup. I love seeing the Timberwolves do well, but I'm pretty sure I picked the Warriors. So with that in mind, I'm wondering if Steph has any plans on coming back, because I think he's been out the past. Shoot, I guess the past.
It would have been Game 6 if
Yeah.
I think if it went to 6, but I think where it's at right now, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not planning on coming back.
He said it was a hamstring. I'm like, come on, bro. You can't do
I think if they had tied it, I think they could have maybe considered.
Yeah, you rush him back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's just not good enough. No one on that Warriors team could replace Steph. And like,
I think Butler. I think he's played really well.
He's played well.
He's kind of wheeled them, and they've been some tough games.
Yeah.
So I think it actually is. I think it would have been a great series with Steph. I think it could have been really good.
I think crashed out in Devontae.
But
yeah, I think you're right. Like, Jimmy Butler alone is not enough. I should have said that.
Yeah. No, Butler's played really well.
Yeah.
Like he's looked really good.
Now,
kind of surprised by it.
Buddy Hield is kind of. I think he shot himself out of that.
Yeah, he's been disappointing.
30 something, but it was like 30 something, and
Yeah.
he used up all his strength. I don't know what happened since then, because he's been mighty quiet since then.
I heard this argument. I want to hear y'all's take. You could put Steph Curry on the top 5 worst teams in the NBA. They'll win at least one playoff game.
We're talking about the lottery picks that you just showed earlier.
Yeah. Let's say we'll put them on the Hornets. Let's put them on the Hornets.
They ain't even that bad, man. Let's put them on the Wizards.
All right, the Wizards.
Put them on the Hornets and trade LaMelo.
I'm saying roster as is, or sure you could trade their maybe
get
their
rid of
best
LaMelo
player.
because he sucks.
I feel like Steph. I kind of agree with that. I think Steph could at least win one playoff game. Just because of what he like, you have to almost double team him.
Yeah,
like, you have to a healthy Steph.
I think it depends on the team. I think he definitely makes them a playoff team. I don't know if he wins a series with every one of those teams.
Okay, I like it. Just to recap, I picked the Nuggets. I also picked the Thunder. The T-Wolves. So Nuggets and T-Wolves. Fitz, you picked the Thunder and Wolves. Devontae, you picked the Nuggets and Wolves.
I want to play the Thunder. I don't know why. I feel like we had them this year.
It's like a revenge game a little bit.
I think we've got their number. We just have them.
I like it. I like how Fitz has switched up. We're the we. He's all in on Minnesota.
Yeah, boy, that man's a Minnesota man.
It's Minnesota.
My team, man.
My team.
I never had an NBA team.
Now you do. Oh, I forgot to put this graphic up. We're talking about the lottery draft. I apologize. Charlotte Hornets, least successful franchise in NBA history, have not picked number 1 in 34 years.
That's bullshit.
34 years. That was that wasn't even Alonzo Mourning. That was Kobe Bryant. Wait, that was 96.
I forgot about that.
96. No, that was
didn't they get Kobe? Wasn't that
they got Kobe, and he's I'm not playing for your sorry ass franchise.
Bullshit.
34.
91, Larry Johnson.
Oh wow,
Larry Johnson,
big grandmama.
Yeah, Larry Johnson. Only time they picked number 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Kobe wasn't number 1 overall, which is
who was number 1 that year? That's
Kobe
crazy.
was drafted,
Tim Duncan.
99.
That was 96.
That was 97.
Was it Allen Iverson?
Let's see.
Why do I want to say it's Tim Duncan?
All right, Kobe Bryant was drafted 13th overall
Yeah.
in the 96 draft.
Oh, Tim Duncan was the year after.
AI, Devontae called it. Marcus Camby, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Stephon Marbury, the legend. Ray Allen went 5th. Tony Walker
Jeez,
6th.
what a
Celtics
class.
legend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the historic class. Steve Nash is in there.
Lorenz and Wright, Kerry Combs,
Tejas
Murray Walker.
Stojakovic. Oh man,
Yeah, yeah.
that class was loaded.
Yeah, it went Kobe at 13, so off. I cannot talk. Went 14, Nash at 15. Jermaine O'Neal
Hey.
at 17.
How about Mark Pope in the second round, the current Kentucky coach?
That's right, baby.
I had no idea.
I think it was on the some of them were on that cover, that little iconic cover. Like
You're right. Yeah. Good callback, boys. All right.
That's crazy.
Let's talk a little NHL, and then we'll end with some football talk. Jets, Dallas going off right now. Dallas up 2-1. This series it's been living up to it. It's been phenomenal. It's been great. Trying to find my little cheat sheet here. It's tied 1-1 right now, going in the second period. If you're a betting guy, I know DraftKings has this, FanDuel probably has it too, but points, Dallas Stars, Rannington, he's had his own natty hat trick in the playoffs, which I have not seen ever done, like 3 goals unassisted by himself. He's also, the past 3 games, he's at least contributed 2 points to that team, so goal or an assist. And where hockey also counts pass, goal, so like that first pass counts as assist too. Rannington has been lights out. So anyways, Dallas Stars up 2-1. Oilers up 3-1 against the Vegas Knights. That's the West. Devontae, you picked Dallas. I picked Dallas. Fitz, you picked Winnipeg. And then me and Fitz picked Edmonton. Devontae, you picked Vegas. Yeah, we backed Hockey Jesus there. In the East, Canes are up 3-1 against the Caps.
Oh,
I'm the only one who picked the Hurricanes. You two picked the Caps.
yeah. Hey, go Canes.
Hateful.
I'm for the
And then
Canes.
all 3 of us picked Florida. That series is tied 2-2 against Toronto Maple Leafs. This has been great playoff hockey, boys. This has been great.
Wow.
Any thoughts from you guys? Your homework, watch a game. Watch a period at least. I know NBA playoffs are going off too. Maybe you can
I
split
did.
screen it.
I watched the last Canes game, and it kind of makes me mad because it's like y'all were not playing the one game I watched. Y'all were not playing like this is the one game I played. Went to live. Like they just running around like bats out of hell and actually closing a double overtime matchup in the PNC. I don't care what they call it. It's the PNC Arena.
That's right.
PNC Arena, right near Carter Finley, and y'all are closing out games. Wow, y'all are really changing the culture in that general area. So that was
General
wow.
facility. I will say, I went to 2 playoff games last year. One we blew them out. Fraternity brother came in from Colorado, and like he's a big Canes guy, and we're like, this is awesome, electric. He comes back for game 7.
Damn.
And he brings his fiance, who's now his wife, and then they lose. And they got the door beat off them. And I'm kind of like Devontae. I'm like, dude, what did we just watch? Like, we're home. We're supposed to be winning. Like, this is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and him both turned to his fiance at the time. We go, you can never come to another Canes game again. This is terrible luck. Terrible. Fitz, thoughts from you real quick.
I haven't been watching much hockey, but I do think it's exciting because Dallas and Florida are very good.
Yeah.
I think the Canes could do it, and obviously the Oilers. So yeah, I like this. I will watch. I am looking forward to the conference finals. I will start to dabble in the hockey.
I love it. Side note, I thought Devontae just swigged a thing of ketchup.
Oh,
Yeah.
His water bottle was that red.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm not-
interesting. That does look like a little Heinz.
A little
right there.
Heinz, right? A little,
Yep,
or like
hit the
maybe a
57.
sriracha bottle. Yeah. I was like, bro, that's wild. Okay. All right. Football talk. Let's talk about it. This picture cracked me up. This is the Browns quarterback room. Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco,
Jeez.
Shadur Sanders.
And trash ass Jerry Judy. I draft him in fantasy every year thinking he's going to finally break out.
And he breaks your heart.
And he just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him.
The Browns tweeted this out and said, how about that quarterback room? And they got fucking just trashed in the comments. Who's your
an
starter
interesting
for week
group
one?
there.
Yeah.
They should just go ahead and put Kenny Pickett on the practice squad as to not piss me off, because apparently Dylan Gabriel and Shadur have been looking good, at least on air reps. So I guess we'll really see what's going on during OTAs. I kind of hate it because I wonder if this is one of those cases where like they bring up Joe Flacco just to cut him because he's the oldest, and like they have to sign him for a vet minimum or something. And then, like, they just leave all these young dudes to figure it out under damn Kenny Pickett and his
That would be
stupid
wild.
glove.
I'm with you on that, Devontae. I think Kenny Pickett needs to be the one that gets cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see what his value add.
I don't either. I don't. I do like the leg sleeve from Dylan Gabriel. That's a quarterback. We need more tats, so I like it. Get the leg sleeve going.
Tats.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I didn't realize he had it either. I guess he always wore leg sleeves at Oregon or Oklahoma. All right. Schedule gets dropped tomorrow, so we don't have it. But international games have been officially dropped. Brazil gets the Chargers and team to be announced tomorrow. Dublin gets the Vikings and Steelers. I love the Vikings being Dublin. I feel like they're going to get behind those boys.
But they're not the home team, are they?
I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like Dublin would get behind a Viking over a Steeler in a day. But maybe that's my Cincinnati bias. October 5th, so the next week, Minnesota stays overseas. They just move to London. They get to play the Browns. The next week, Broncos and Jets in London. Rams the following week against the Jags in London. Jags only get one London game this year. It seems weird. And then Berlin on November 9th, they get your Falcons, Devontae, taking on the Colts. And then Spain, Madrid, gets the Commanders and Dolphins. November
I like
6th.
that matchup. That's a good matchup.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Honestly, all these games, I feel like they're going to be pretty good, pretty well watched. Like, I guess the eyesore of it might be Broncos and Jets, just because I feel like it's going to be low scoring, not very competitive. But I do feel like it might be a competitive game. I feel like there might be a little back and forth there. Vikings, Browns. I feel like both teams early in the season, both teams will be hot. I feel like both teams start hot. These other games, I feel like I'm excited for. I feel like all these games are going to be good.
A quarterback.
That's true too. That's true.
Isn't it Justin Fields?
The Vikings? It's
Vikings.
they sold Darnold. They got, who is it now?
AJ McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
I don't know who their backup
Sam
is.
Howell.
Oh, Sam
Howell.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Let's see. Who's on their depth chart?
Damn.
Why didn't they
AJ
announce
McCarthy, Sam Howell.
they didn't announce the Brazil one?
Yeah, I don't know why they're holding that one.
It's
Like
so
they're
weird.
keeping it.
Like, who is it? It's got to be a dog, right? Give me the Carolina Panthers.
Look at me. Got me a dog. Got me Panthers. My prediction is gonna be my Bengals. There's been a lot of talks that we get international game.
Ooh.
We haven't
What
got
if
one
it's the
yet.
Chiefs?
I like that. It'd be Burrow versus Herbert.
What if it's the Raiders?
Raiders. A divisional game.
I feel like it's got it. They wouldn't put a divisional game. I feel like
conference
it's somebody that's a little exciting. So the Bengals is a good call. I think
Chiefs?
that could be.
I think someone said Chiefs, but that's a divisional game too. Yeah.
They wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Let me see if any of these are the same.
AFC, NFC.
Most of these are like different conferences too.
Yeah. So this
So that makes me think it could be an
team.
NFC team.
Maybe the Buccaneers.
Ooh.
I
don't hate it.
Cowboys.
Are there any Brazilian connections in the NFC?
I feel like it's gonna be the NFC. No, I was gonna say the NFC East, but they're represented in Washington there.
Ooh, yeah. So
I was thinking maybe it was Dallas.
it's South,
Dallas.
East, West.
Maybe it's Seattle actually.
No, they got them all four though. South, West.
Yeah, they got all of them.
Yeah.
North.
Yeah.
And so AFC, West.
They got all the AFC
Huh.
represented too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I must say the Seahawks. That's my pick.
Seahawks. So we got Seahawks,
Seattle
Bengals. Devontae, who's your guess?
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Raiders. Okay. I like it. I'm here for it. We should have bet something on it. All right. That's wait. Devontae, you want to talk about this? I'm kind of glad you did. Reed.
Yes.
Promised wide receiver 1, apparently. Allegedly.
He was promised. He just asked to say, like, hey, did are y'all's feelings the same? That little temperature check. And apparently things went well because they got in Matthew Golden and Savion Williams. So yeah, with them drafting Matthew Golden and Savion Williams, that Matthew Golden can pretty much do the same thing Jaden Reed can, probably a little better. But Savion Williams is more so like a deep threat, I guess, like straight line deep threat, how Christian Watson was. But he still asked them. So I guess as of now, they're telling them like, yeah, you cool, you still wide receiver 1. But I don't know, man. I don't think you should trust that for real.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. And like Fitz listed, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, he listed some really slept on low key Packers wide receivers, and it's like that receiver room's deep.
Yeah, like it could be anybody's game like last season, it was basically anybody's game. Like Jaden Reed started out hot like the first 3 or 4 games and then just ducked off. And then who was it? Tucker Kraft turned up, Josh Jacobs turned up. Dontavian Wicks had a couple of good games.
He just got to learn to catch.
Yeah.
If he can catch, oh my gosh, we're looking at like the reincarnation of Devontae Adams.
What is it?
This guy,
replacements?
Devontae Wicks, or Dontavian Wicks, is like he's got that killer step. He can get open. He's got a little bit of like that Justin Jefferson that everyone's trying to find, like that route running. He just cannot catch to save his life. But
is it the replacements? The guy can't catch, but he can run.
I believe in him.
Yeah, I like
He's
it.
nasty.
The other NFL news, which I guess former NFL news, the Bill Belichick, Jordan saga continues. Pablo Toro, he reports that she's been banned from all UNC facilities after the CBS interview, which I think we all agree that was a bad look for Bill.
But then they came
banned.
Back there was some, I don't know if we gotta start doing I know I was talking about ChatGPT and AI, but like some of this stuff, like we got to start going back up to places and be like, hey man, this is what I heard. Is this true? Now normally they lie and then probably they clean it up by saying like, oh no, she's always welcome. But like it's probably with some constraints. The fact that all of us remember when this news of this thing first dropped off, it was when Bill Belichick was coming out some woman's apartment shirtless. I did not forget that, and nobody else should have forgot that because, like, I didn't forget it.
Yep.
So, like, it's only been going down. Like, everybody was like, "Oh man, that's cool, Bill Belichick getting his groove back," and we could have left it there. He would have been cool. And now he's going out like a sucker, and like, I don't like this for him. And then apparently, like, somebody brought up that there was a commercial that Bill Belichick was on. It was a Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
Yep.
And like they said, if you look closer, this lady is in there too with like lines. And I'm like, you know, he's grown. He can make his own decisions. And maybe this is what makes him happy because, like, I've genuinely never seen Bill Belichick happy except, like, twice. And it was, like, random moments. Like, I think he was, like, dancing with Quavo or the West Domingos or something like that. And that was it. And, like, he's either happy or drugged. I don't know. So maybe if he's happy, cool with it, you know, his money. I just think this is kind of weird, the fact that he's just, like, this man out here in, like, he's in tattered sweatshirts and stuff. Like, are we sure, Bill? Like, are you sure? Like, you into this? Like, you want to be that young for real?
Yeah, like there's a 49 age gap. He's 73, she's 24. It's weird. I just think I'm with Devontae. Like Pablo, he reports it. UNC immediately denies it. Just she's always welcome. Like there's been no issues of that. And Pablo, instead of like going silent or saying, "Hey, my bad, I got some bad information," he doubles down on it. And he's like,
"Real, I love that for him."
I was like, "Bro, like this is your moment of fame. Get your ticket here, but like you're not credited anymore. Like you've lost credibility in my report. I feel bad for Bill Belichick's kids.
Yeah,
like this. I don't want to target Jordan, but like I think there's an article that she's a multimillionaire off of investments in property.
Yeah,
because of who she's dated and giving her stuff. You know, it's not a good look.
But
I'm with Devontae. If it makes you happy, which I'm sure it does, go on with yourself, Bill.
Old people like to talk. And so I'm wondering, like, what the hell do they talk about? Because she's younger than us. So, like, what exactly do they talk about? She's dressing him. That's the thing. Like, and she is not helping him put that shit on. I don't like that for him. Like, you got him out here looking stupid for real. But you know what? Again, if he's happy, so be it. I'm trying to see, like, what does that make of the actual team? Because, like, they're still drawing transfers. I think this dude Tamir Hickman that played for Florida State, he just transferred over. One of my
Crestron blood.
Damn. Top defense Bo something. He just transferred to UGA. He's actually from Raleigh or somewhere. So like they're still getting players, you know. Apparently they're still getting players in and out throughout the workouts and all that stuff, the workout process. So I want to see if this impacts them throughout the season. I want to see if the boosters have anything to say about it. And if they do have something to say about it, are they actually going to say it? Because apparently they dropped the bag for this man. So we'll see if it work or not.
And you know what? They're getting recruits. So they can't say anything yet.
They don't keep getting them. I think that's the problem, though. It's like this whole stupid thing is happening, but it's like not impacting your baseline. Because
exactly.
Now, even with this story, this is getting more attention on Carolina. Just like when they found out they were having fake classes, like, they were still getting recruits.
Yeah.
It was like nothing bad ever happens in Carolina for real.
I'm with you. Fitz, thoughts from the preacher man.
Love is blind. Love is blind.
That's what Eve said.
Yeah. I like it. That's all right. That's where we're leaving it. Love is blind. I love it. All right. That's all I got for us topics. Did we miss anything? Anything you guys want to talk about?
Happy graduation to all those that have graduated. Welcome to the real world. Well, post-grad life is that life.
Salute to former producer for like 3 or 4 episodes, Wesley Perry. He graduated from state, man. Back out of the boy.
Hey, how about having a pope that is a Chicago White Sox fan? That's kind of wild.
I do love it. Do you think he talks about what we talk about? You think maybe he does a Hail Mary for like
let's get him on
Game 7? I'll reach out to the Vatican. If I reach out to Pac-Man, I can reach out to the Vatican.
It's true. That'd be the wildest get ever.
Yeah, if I get the Pope. We're doing it, boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go all in on this Pope. That's like, what if he's got some takes about Caleb Williams? Like, hey, let me,
Mm,
Yeah.
they better be so good at Hail Marys this year.
right.
Not even funny.
Um,
He seems like a chill guy. I like
He
it.
does
I
seem
mean,
like a cool
said
guy.
he had like Creole heritage. I thought that was kind of, he kind of looks,
That's pretty dope.
that was kind of wild. And he,
What a-
like, in fact, the American Pope, I just never thought I'd see that before.
I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah, I thought all
I
of them
didn't
had
either.
Italian, like out the
I
pot.
didn't either.
Fitz, you enter the transfer portal. You go Catholicism. That could be you.
Transfer portal. I can't do. They hate my ass.
Why?
I'm too pious. I'm not very orthodox.
Too woke.
Yeah, I'm pretty progressive too.
Yeah.
I mean, but they've kind of zagged that way though. I
That
think
is true.
That's kind of a change. They're kind of in a transition for that.
Fitz, you have my vote. You enter that transfer portal. I'll call the recruits. Say, hey, this guy. He's
I'm just changing the youth ministry game.
I love it.
Real.
I love it. All right. Random question. You guys got one?
Man, that dog is feisty.
It crashes.
He's sleepy. This, like, I'm learning now. Like, I don't know how many months he is. I think he's 4, and like it's just like a kid. Like whenever he knows it's all right, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's almost 10 o'clock now, and so he likes to just jump around and just do stuff he doesn't have any business doing, and just like jump around and bite and bite. Normally, like I would bite him back, like
bite his ass back.
Yeah, I really bite him. Like I treat him like a dog. And so I found out, like a toddler, whenever he gets tired, he does stupid stuff like this. So he doesn't even know he's on camera. He's just like wilding, like, oh, it's time for sleep. Let me act up before I'll never get the chance to do it again.
I love it. Yeah, Devontae, you're right. If and when you guys want kids, have kids, there's like a turning point. Like with Lorenzo, I'm like, yo, he is so much fun. What is going on? I'm like, oh no. I've missed my window to put him to bed. Like this is a fight now. But it's like he gets slap happy. Like look at those giggles. Like this is fun. Everything's funny. But it's like I've missed my window. This is gonna be.
That's good.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I'll put him down and then he'll run away and do the same thing to my lady. And then like I'm sitting here watching the game and he'll climb up on the couch and like I give him his little chew stick and then he'll find a crevice behind my leg and chew until he falls asleep. Try that right now. See how I like it.
I love it.
Good old boy.
Random question.
I don't have a question.
Find something to do with post grad life or something.
Okay. What's the first big boy purchase you guys made that you're like, yeah, I'm grown now?
Ooh. Post grad. The first big for me, I'll start. So I graduated 2014. 3 years later, initially I thought it was the first like big screen TV that I kept, like flat screen or whatever. But it ended up being the Jeep that I currently have now, because like that was the biggest lesson I ever had. That car hasn't really given me, that Jeep hasn't given me any problems. But the whole process, like I finessed the hell out of myself, because why was I, as a teacher, getting a new Jeep in general, and then like I financed it through the dealership too, and my dad sat right there and let me. But I felt like an adult, like I financed the vehicle the wrong way, financed nonetheless.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I feel like mine is actually, it's my road bike I'm looking at right now. That thing was like, things originally like $500. I got it for like $450. I got them to knock $50 off or something. But I remember I just like bought it. I was like, sure, that's fine. I remember buying it and then thinking about like, man, in college, whenever I just wanted to go to like an NBA game or something, like that was like an investment to be like, oh, I'm gonna drop, $100 on this game. Oh, that's a big purchase, and here I go just casually throwing I saw the Packers I saw the Packers play in Charlotte. I saw Kobe play the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I feel like I went to a couple other. I went to like some baseball games and stuff.
I would never have no casual money like that. I went to when the Hurricanes were free. That's when I went to like something. Everything else, like if it wasn't on campus, shoot, I'm gonna have to watch.
Yeah. Well, mine, it was more like a seasonal thing. Like once a year, I'd want to go to like one. And again, I considered that like that was a big purchase in college of like, if I was making $2,000 a summer, $100
from sports too. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I did
Both
see
of those are
Kobe.
good.
I saw Kobe play the Hawks when they had like Kyle Korver and Teague, and that was a great game.
Speedy Claxton. I'm looking at it right now. It's the Husqvarna bright orange lawnmower.
Oh, you really up there?
Yeah,
you for real.
Little push mower, baby. When I bought that, and like shout out to Claudio's dad, he got us a really good deal at Lowe's with like all our appliances and stuff. Like that was like I get to mow my lawn. Like I'm great.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
That's cool.
Still runs somehow. I haven't changed oil in it since I bought it.
You said it's a push mower?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you for real.
Oh yeah, I'm out there, baby.
Corners.
Get my bucket hat on.
I'm so frugal these days.
Yeah.
Like when I bought that bike, that was back in like it was like 2017 or something like that. 2018.
It kind of comes in waves, like the frugal, and it's like I can spend a little money, and you kind of go crazy. Like let me want to hold it back down.
Like
I'm looking at getting a charcoal grill right now, but I'm trying to get one real cheap. I'm just trying to get a real cheap grill, so I'm waiting for my moment.
I'm pretty sure you get one for $40 at Walmart or something.
Yeah. I still want it to be. I've been looking around like Facebook Market and stuff too.
There you go.
Hey, as like upcoming unks, how do y'all feel about charcoal and propane?
Charcoal and propane?
Yeah. Charcoal tastes better. I'll say that, but propane's so much easier.
Yeah.
So you say that, I'm absolutely afraid of propane, and I will only cook on a charcoal grill. So I'm to the point. Yeah, I'm to the point now. Like I feel like I'm a firebender, and I can handle charcoal and stuff. Hit the points. Off what do you call it? Like indirect heat and all that stuff. Like I think I got that now. But I'm afraid of I feel like propane is easier, but it's just like I gotta get a propane tank and link it up and make sure like it's no leaks in it and stuff. I don't have the energy for that.
See, I also think charcoal's more like. Because I do a little bit of camping too. Like I feel like charcoal grill that's just authentic camping. And if you can know how to grill with charcoal, it's just easy.
So now I start getting the cedar chips in there. Like I haven't bought any yet, but I've been considering it. But putting the cedar chips in there with the charcoal.
Little mesquite.
Let me just dump a bunch of rocks and just set them on fire. That's a lot easier for me.
You guys got me guess. I guess maybe because I grew up with propane, like it's just like I'm not afraid of it as long as I don't smell it.
Yeah.
If you smell it, then you got the problem. Then you know.
Yeah. See, I guess I grew up with charcoal. What's funny is my dad's all about his grill now. He's got a propane gas grill. He never uses the charcoal grill.
Maybe just take it.
That's the other thing. That's why I've been holding off on buying one too, because my parents are coming to visit me for my birthday this year. I've been teasing it. I've been like, "Hey, I'm looking for a charcoal grill."
Yeah.
So we'll see if they bring it up. That'd be cool. But
Papa Fitz will be like, "You want this thing?" Nah.
Yeah.
I still might use this one day.
See, that's where I think he's at, which is annoying because I know he doesn't use it at all. So
You're gonna go back 20 years. Hey, you haven't touched this. Tomorrow maybe. Tomorrow's a new day.
He said they'll bring up like the eggshell smoker, the little green ones.
Oh, the little green eggshell.
Yeah. My friend
egg.
Ori has one of those.
Those used to be the thing back in the day. They still might be. I don't know. I haven't seen one. All right, boys. Good episode. We'll catch you guys next week for episode 243.
All right, Pope next week.
10 years old. I lost my mother and my father in the same month, Ronnie. Same month. 12 brothers and sisters. I was the youngest one, but they were all looking up to me. Now, I wasn't ready yet either, but they needed me. Your team needs you tonight. You're the colonel. You're going to command your troops tonight. You understand? Twins right, 48-0 read. Let's go.
First time on air. Anything to say to Luan here to get him back?
Yost! Look, bro, there's stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let them live.
That's not even close. It's not like
Man, I'm a dumbass.
Georgia,
I'm clipping that.
Georgia's second. Georgia's second.
Hey, Georgia also had Herschel Walker.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude,
man